All right, team. This is a really nice, juicy, passive stretch. You're gonna need a wall, and that is it, okay? So, a nice way to get into this one, this is wall side splits for your information. It's good to go sideways against the wall and then get your hip up against the wall, because that's gonna allow you to keep your lower back closer towards the wall. And then you can readjust so you can straighten your legs up against the wall, okay? If you feel like your tailbone has come a bit further away from the wall, then just slide your butt further forward. And then what we're gonna do is just slowly open up the legs. I know, this is a very vulnerable position, okay? And that's probably, for a lot of us, why it's so tight. Okay, because this is a position that our body does not really want to be in very often. Okay, so once you're down in this position, feel free to change the position of your feet a little bit and notice what changes. I'm kind of angling my feet outwards, so I'm pushing my toes down towards the earth, and that changes the emphasis of the stretch on the insides of the legs. But just find where feels good for you, and then you can just hold there. Now, another nice thing to do as well is engage the quads. So I'm engaging, and whilst I engage, that actually allows me to walk the feet further down the wall. Okay, but you want to go really nice and steady with this one. You can play around with pushing the tailbone down a little bit, maybe lift it up a little bit and push it back down. Probably for a lot of you, there's going to be a lot of tightness running through here. Maybe in the backs of the legs, maybe even down in the hips, and just hang out here. And again, this is a really nice passive one. I don't encourage it whilst you're doing your main working sets, but certainly if you just want to take things to the next level, then yes, you can just mess about on your phone whilst you're in this position. And it's amazing how quickly the body actually opens up for this one. It doesn't take that much time. And there is another option to do. If you have some kettlebells, you can hang kettlebells on your feet, and that's going to help weigh the legs down, okay? But that's for another time, or that's when you're in the gym. Okay, so you stay here for the prescribed time, and it's another one where you can stay for longer if you want. But just remember to play around whilst you're here. It's not like you have to just stay still. You can stay still, especially if you're in a really juicy spot. Take your time. Try to keep your butt close to the wall. It's okay if it does need to come off a little bit. Play around with engaging the quads, pointing the toes, flexing the toes, and just notice what changes as you do all of those. Now, this is predominantly a passive groin opening stretch, but that doesn't mean that you're not going to feel it in other areas of the legs, okay? All of this musculature works together to open the legs up. So if you can try and even engage the outer hips here, then that's the musculature that helps to push the feet out further. All right, the inner thighs are the ones that restrict the legs from falling out too far. So we have to teach them to work together to both open the legs up and to relax here to allow a wider stance. And don't worry if the legs are a little bit uneven to begin with too. It takes time just to balance it out and open them up. And that is your wall side split. When you come out of it, definitely nice and slow. Use the hands behind the legs to lift them back up. You can draw the knees in towards the chest and just fall to one side. Give it a go.